to leave x alone, so that I need to multiply it by 3. Of course, I have to multiply the other side by 3 too. So 3 is here gone. X is equal to, when I divide 9 by 3, the result would be 3. So the x value is 4/3. Let's multiply each side by 4, so that these 4's cancel each other out. When I have x plus 1 is equal to, this 4 goes, and the 16 is left with 4. So what I have is 15/4. So that now I subtract 1 from each side, so that these 1's are gone too. X is equal to 15/4 minus 1, which could be said as times 4. So this turns into 4. And what I have is then x is equal to 15 minus 4/4. And that's 11/4. Let's multiply each side by 3 and 5, which means 15 actually, so that these 3's will be gone and these 5's will be gone, so that I have no division. What I have is now 5 times x plus 4 is equal to 3 times x plus 5. Now I expand the parentheses. 5x plus 20 is equal to 3x plus 15. Now let's subtract 3x from each side, minus 3x. X's are gone now. So I have 2x plus 20 is equal to 15. Now it's time to subtract 20 from each side, so that x is left alone as 2x minus 20 minus 20. What I have is 2x, which is equal to minus 5. When I divide these by 2, x is going to become minus 5/2, equal to minus 2.5. The ratio of girls to boys is equal to 4:7 in Mr. Jack's class, and they're asking me the ratio of girls to everyone, which means girls and boys, which is equal to, girls is 4 here as we see, and girls and boys is 4 plus 7, which means 4/11. Of perimeter to the area is equal to 4a/a times a, as we see. And here we have square side as 1, so we can say that this is equal to 4 times 1/1 times 1, which is equal to 4. Circle is given as pi r square, where r is the radius, but they give us here as diameters, and the diameter is equal to twice the radius. So let's calculate it. The ratio a1 to a2, a1 to a2 is equal to pi r square. As we see, the diameter of the first circle is 10 centimeter, so the radius is equal to half of it, 10/2, which is equal to 5. So it's 5's square over pi times second one is the diameter of the second one is 14 centimeters, which means radius is half of this 14, which is 7 centimeters. Let's write it as 7 square. So this means that when pi's cancel each other out, this is going to be 25, while the other one will be 49. These two triangles are similar, therefore the long and the short edges ratio must be equal to each other. So let's say 4 to 12 is equal to x to 9, which means that when I simplify it, this is going to be 4, this is going to be 3, and what I have is x/9 is equal to 1/3. So when I expand each side by 9, what I'm going to have is x is equal to 9/3 is equal to 3. Again, and this time we have a rectangle, that's why the ratios of width to the length must be equal to each other. So x/12 must be equal to 12/9. 18. Let's make the simplifications here. This, when I simplify by 6, this is going to be 2 and this is going to be 3. So when I multiply each side by 12, x is going to be equal to 2 times 12 over 3, and 12 can be divided by 3, so the result is 2 times 4, which is equal to 8. "18 workers complete in 12 days." So this means that this job takes 12 times 18 work days to complete. So that I have to find that out. How many workers would it get to finish it in 6 days? So this means that 18 times 12 must be equal to x times 6. When I divide each side by 6, I'm going to have x, which is equal to, this is going to be 2. 2 times 18, it is 36 workers. The amount of books that could be bought for $14. This must be cross because we're not finding for the multiplication, we're trying to find per cost. That's why we need division. It means that 21 times x is equal to 14 times 9, and x is equal to, when I divide each side by 21, x is equal to 14 times 9 over 21. 21 could be divided by 3, so it's left as 7. 9 is divided by 3, so we have 3. 7 divides 14, so we have 2, and the result is 2 times 3, which is equal to 6. $1 makes 18.9 pesos, so how much would $300 make? Let's calculate it. So x times 1 is equal to 18.9 times 300, and this is equal to 5670.